Alright, today's the day. Finally got the other car in here. I've had it. This car was going to be put together, but then I looked at the cage and had a lot of things that I didn't really like about it. So the plan is to take the steering, the rear end, might have to do some changing on the rear end. The rules doesn't say anything about control arms, so we might try and get by with that for a little bit, and then if they make us change it, then we will. But the rear end, the front A-arms, what's savable about the front end, I know that right side lower is bent, and clearly that tie rod's bent. I've got new stuff over there sitting on that car. But the goal is to build a factory stock as cheap as possible with what I got. I had this car, I never raced it. It just ended up, I bought it, should have looked at it a lot better and didn't. Come to find out it was just a piece of junk. So I'm going to take what I can off of it and not be a total loss. I'm going to take the pedal system out of it. This car I ended up picking up for like $100 and a couple wheels to trade to a guy that had it. I'm not positive, but I don't think this car has ever been on the racetrack. I think it was going to be a street stock. Got to go over it, and I noticed little things like little welds that need to be fixed. We're going to go over it. Haven't decided if I'm going to take the floor pans out of it yet. The rule states that you can take the floor pan out and replace it with sheet metal. I don't know how much of a benefit other than being able to position weight where you want it, but other than that, I don't really know. But we might tinker with that. I want to get this thing rolling and on the ground first and see where things are with it. Haven't really came up with a budget that I want to spend on it. Haven't really built anything lately to make me be able to tell like what kind of budget I'm going to have. I just know that everything's about double in price since I built a car last. We have to run stock location shocks, can run aftermarket springs. It's factory stock. So I mean, I think we'll go with a steel body just because I got it, and we're trying to do it as cheap as possible, but also as competitive as possible. So that's where this car comes into play. I don't have any extra money out to put this car together, so we're going to take that car apart, use what we can. That cage might be salvageable to be like an enduro car or something, so might hold on to that. But as far as for this car, I'm going to take the steering, the rear end, and front suspension, and just get this one together. This one needs some work. So just follow along. I don't want to bore you. This should be pretty fun. I'd like to show people that you can still race and be competitive on a budget, and maybe if we do that, maybe we can get people more into racing. This class is excellent. The rules are pretty good. just like everything else. They have their flaws, but they are pretty decent rules. I think we can do something with it. I think it's affordable. I think it's a great thing going on. I've seen a couple races where they are paying $3,000 to win for factory stocks, and I think that's awesome. When you got modifieds that are racing for $1,500 to $1,000, and that's a big paying show. So might have to do some traveling to do it, but I think it'll be worth it. It'll be a lot of fun, good experience. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna get this thing jacked up and start taking parts off of it. I'm gonna clean everything, paint it, make everything look good. I do want it to be nice. I know that car over there is all rusty, but I think we will probably get it powder coated, get it sandblasted. Might sandblast it and paint it just for the budget thing. Maybe not even sandblast it. I want it to be nice, but I want to do it on a budget. I want to do this old school. I want to make it to where you're not buying every go fast part. I want to show that you can build a race car and not just spend a bunch of money. Gonna jack it up. Normally I just cut this off, but since we're doing a budget build, I end up just trying to use the brakes. They're obvious if they're in good shape. As long as it's safe. I think we've got it disconnected now. things out. Set this off to the side. Alright, so we got the rear end out. Wasn't too bad, nothing was bent, nothing was binding up, just a, take that back, I had one trailing arm bracket on the rear end that was a little smashed in, but that was no big deal. I think it's going to work out fine for the other car. Now it's time to start on the front end. Gonna have to go through everything, check it all, make sure it's all good. Alright, now it's time to get started on the front end. Gonna just take everything off of it, go through it, make sure it's all good. A lot of people think that you need to have a pickle fork or some special tool to get these apart. Really, all you need is a beater. And you gotta hit it. Comes right up. Well, I think we're going to call it for this video. I'm going to try and make these videos quick, to the point. I don't want to bore you. I want to be entertaining, but also don't want to drag things out. I think on the next one we're going to work on getting the steering, taking weight off of it, pulling the brake lines. Anything that's usable we're going to pull off of it and put it on the other car. Probably not going to have a video of it going on the car for a little while. Got to get everything cleaned up, greased up, all that stuff. Should be pretty good though. Found out got quite a few usable parts. It won't take much to make the other car be able to be sitting on the ground real soon, which is pretty exciting, because I don't really have to spend any money to even have it sitting on the ground. Whoa. I don't have to spend any money to have it sitting on the ground, so that's a plus, considering that car was just a chassis, basically sitting in the weeds. So took 2 cars out of the weeds, and we're working on making a race car. I'm gonna keep a budget on how much I'm gonna spend, try and track that to see if we can do it. I want to say we can do it under $2,000, but I'm not 100% sure because things are very expensive. I do have an engine, I do have a transmission. We're gonna go with the 3-speed Saginaw. I have automatic transmissions. I'll do like a price range with the Saginaw and the automatic transmission, because I know everybody can't get that. I have a lot of stuff. I mean, I've got engines. The engine that I do have, I rebuilt for like $300, with pistons and everything. So we'll see with that. I do have a set of Vortec heads that I could put on it. Right now it's got 882s with some work done to them, so I'm not sure. I would like to put the Vortec heads on it, but budget wise right now, everything I got to put it together, we might start there and see if we need more. May not even need more. So I'm thinking about just going together with it with what I got, to the rules, and then upgrade from there. And then we'll see. We'll do like a end of the year budget of what we had to upgrade and stuff like that. But thanks for watching. If you like it, follow along. We're gonna do some pretty cool stuff. This is not the only project. I want to build some new stuff, but this is where we'll start. I've got some pretty cool ideas if we run into things down the road. It's gonna be fun. But thanks for watching.